What's going on, Sunshine? So, if you've noticed, I have been uploading messages that have been in the VIP section for months. I uploaded recently a message that I had recorded November 19th of 2024 pertaining to changes in the educational system. Now, I said 5 to 10 years, but damn, is it not playing out now? I also said some of you guys will get a chance to actually see that play out. So you're seeing the beginning phases of that prophecy play out, which is why I uploaded it to Uncut. And I will continuously upload older videos from the VIP section to Uncut. We have over 1,000 videos in the VIP section. And I know some of you guys don't subscribe to the VIP section, so you don't get access to hearing those prophetic messages. But a lot of those messages are playing out. And honey tea, I need to find a message that I did last year where I specifically said in a message someone had passed away. And I had said, if that person is going to be cremated, don't cremate that person. And I said that I saw like um, an individual being cremated or the funeral home, like the way that they handle the cremation process. It's like an individual is not even getting their relatives' ashes. Well, boo, check this shit out. Why did a news article show up on my For You page where there's a funeral home that has been shut down? It's called Savoy and Son. It has been shut down because they have identified 17 different individuals' ashes that the funeral home did not give to their family. So, who does the family have as far as the ashes are concerned? So, a lot of those messages, y'all, are starting to play out, and those messages were done last year. Okay, so you're going to start to see more and more of the VIP messages being uploaded to Uncut, the older messages. And for those of you who are in the VIP section, you will continuously get new messages. But with the education system crumbling, me knowing that that message was uploaded November of last year, that lets us know that as far as some of these messages are concerned, that's where we are at on the timeline. So, yes, last year, November 2024, is where some of these things, as far as world concerns, are taking place, are playing out from last year. Now, just think about all of the messages that have not played out. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into your what's the vibe. Now, even though Spirit is revealing the truth to you about a specific person, I do feel as if, regardless of you knowing the truth, you still love this individual. I do feel as if the two of you have this unbreakable bond and it's a lot of unconditional love. So that lets me know that this is someone who is a life partner, whether this is a platonic relationship or this is a familial relationship. This is a relationship, a person who is meant to walk with you throughout this journey. I also am picking up on your eating and sleeping patterns about to change. I do feel as if some of you guys may end up dealing with either panic attacks or your anxiety may end up getting the best of you. Some of you guys could be dealing with some stressors this weekend also. Now, if you are starting a project by yourself, you're beginning a new chapter and you feel a sense of aloneness or it's everything is on you, that may be triggering your anxiety. Okay. I do feel like a few months back, could even be a few messages back, I told you guys to pay attention to your dreams. I hope you have been paying attention to them dreams, boo, because guess what? They're about to play out. That is about to be someone's reality, whether it is yours or someone else's. Because I do know that some of you guys, you receive a lot of downloads and visions pertaining to situations that may be dealing with another person and not necessarily you. Okay. Spirit also informed me that an individual losing you means that they lose their sight to see. And so that let me know that there is a relationship that is needing to be repaired, for one. For 2, your insight, the guidance that you provide to someone helps them in their everyday life. Whether you're giving this person advice, you're teaching them life skills, you have a connection with this individual where you give them some type of insight or guidance that helps them along this journey. And without you, they lose sight of what they're supposed to be doing. They lose sight of the journey that they are on. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get into your message. All right. Spirit, what is the message that you have for the viewer? I do feel as if somebody has a strong soul tie to the mother of their child, especially if you're dating this person. Okay. And they have a child with someone else. Look at this, a hookup, child. A one night stand. I also feel like for some of y'all, an individual may end up hooking you up with a discount. For some of you guys, an individual may end up hooking you up and throwing you some extra food in your bag. I also just feel as if spirit is looking out for you. Okay. Now, I do feel as if somebody has been wearing a mask. And I also feel as if some of you guys may be doing some traveling between now and the end of summer. Now, if you are traveling with someone or you're going to see someone, you may come to the realization that that person is wearing a mask. This individual could also have some hidden motives. Okay, I do see you having to take some type of risk. So this could be risking the connection by investigating to find out more. If you are dating somebody in a different state, this individual, they're going to say they didn't hear their phone ringing or they went to sleep early. You ended up calling them and they didn't answer their phone. They was laid up with somebody else. And I do feel as if for those of you who are in a long distance relationship, your intuition is telling you that your person is wearing a mask and you have been thinking about whether or not you should just do a pop-up. Mm-hmm. But this is the thing. When you end up popping up on this person, they hanging out with friends. And if this person is sleeping with someone who is considered a friend, I do feel as if there will just be a friendly environment. It's not like they'll be hugged up on each other. So even if you popped up, you wouldn't catch that person doing anything in that moment. You would end up looking crazy. Okay. I do feel as if somebody is going to end up posting their partner on social media this weekend. You may end up seeing a wedding on social media. And if you have been seeing a lot of reels pertaining to weddings, marriage, rings, engagement, it's going to be a confirmation that this message is for you, and baby, you need to pay attention. Okay. Mm-hmm. Somebody is coming to the realization that they have married an individual that's a player. Okay. Real life player, whether it's a man or a woman. Somebody definitely has a roster. All right. But yeah, I see you getting a hookup. Now, I just thought about that movie, Master P. I got the hookup. So that lets me know that down south is significant, especially Louisiana. But I also feel as if, yes, somebody did end up getting the hookup. Like as far as getting a discount, somebody could also hook you up with another person. Like, oh, let me give you this individual's information as a referral. Mm-hmm. I do feel as if somebody has definitely got some ghetto ass shit going on. It's one of them ghetto hookups, okay? It's one of those situations where you got to know a person and know a person to be able to get put on. Clarify the message. A storm warning. Pay attention to the weather. I do feel as if a hookup is about to bring some drama. I also feel as if there's about to be a upheaval. And if two people are hooking up in an intimate way, but yet they have a casual relationship, it's just a sneaky link or it's just based upon sexual chemistry, that relationship is about to cause some drama in an individual's life. Friends. And these individuals, they disguise themselves as friends, but yet they are hooking up. One of y'all got a travel buddy who's wearing a mask. Okay. Spirit, clarify the message. So hooking up. I also feel as if it is like a thunderstorm, two individuals may end up cuddling up, spending the night, having an intimate moment together. Clarify the message. Now, if somebody does end up hooking you up with a discount, with a referral, with a friend that can look out for you and take care of you in some type of way, whether you're needing something legally done, something illegally done, Spirit is trying to warn you pertaining to that situation before you even get yourself involved, because it is going to be some type of drama. Because somebody is wearing a mask. Mm-hmm. Divine timing and player. Okay. Somebody dealing with the individual named Tim. Okay. So hooking up, storm warning, an individual is wearing a mask. If you are in a casual relationship, if it's a relationship where y'all just hooking up, your person is wearing a mask. Pay attention to the weather, because I do feel as if there's going to be an actual thunderstorm that will indicate that an individual has been wearing a mask for some time. Okay. Clarify the hookup. Now, individual could actually be watching that movie. Tell me about this hookup. Damage control. This could be a situation where somebody is like, could you put me on to your job? You know, they're trying to do some damage control. They could have just lost a job, or they needed some extra income. They don't want to get behind on bills. Okay. If this is a situation where somebody messed up your order, they're going to end up hooking you up, because that is their way of rectifying where they fell short or where they messed up your order. They're going to hook you up. They're going to give you a discount. Now, two people who have actually hooked up sexually with each other, I do feel as if these two individuals they're going to try to maintain a friendship without the benefits. Okay. DC is significant. Financial crisis. Level up. You may come to the realization that someone around you is a pass around. They done slept with the cousin. They done slept with the brother. They done slept with the best friend. What you say, damn bitch, who ain't you slept with? Child. Now the song that's playing is Loved by You. So this is somebody who has been loved by you. For some of you guys, this person has been loved by you in an intimate way. For others, this is someone who may be loved by you in a platonic way. Because again, this hookup card that I'm picking up, for each person, there are different scenarios. But when it comes to an intimate relationship, it's definitely giving some third party vibes. And that third party happens to be someone's friend. The person may not even be your friend. It's would be your partners or whoever you're talking to, their friend. You know, one of those situations where somebody be like, oh, that's my sister, or oh, that's my brother. And there's no blood relation. Oh, we grew up together. It ain't nothing like that. Oh, we're friends. You know, we work together. We're best friends. But your intuition this entire time would have been telling you that those two individuals are wearing a mask. I also feel as if some of you guys may be doing a clay mask. That's going to be a confirmation to this message. And I also feel as if you wear concealer, that is a confirmation to this message. You have individuals around you who are trying to conceal some shit and they ass is lying. They have hidden motives. And the only reason why two people even hooked up together was because they both were wearing a mask and they both had hidden motives. It'll be a situation where the masculine energy could have been upset or they just wanted some ass. They was in their feelings. The person that they ended up sleeping with, they could have been interested in that person, wanted a relationship, or they saw something that that person had that they wanted. Could have been a title within a relationship, could have been that person's fame, just being able to say that they had that individual. Two people who hooked up both had hidden motives. We're both concealing things. We're both lying to each other. And whoever you are connected to within that situation, that person feels as if they have to conceal what really happened and do damage control with you. See, they feel like they owe you an explanation. They feel like they owe you their loyalty. And bottom of the deck, divine timing. Right now is the wrong time, though. This could even be to address this situation. Look, it's the wrong time for a player. Baby, a player about to get caught slipping. This person took a major risk. Mhm. Clarify mask. Life purpose. So even when this is looking at two people in an intimate relationship, okay? Again, they both had hidden motives. And both of those individuals, they were wearing a mask pertaining to what that person's purpose was in their life. These are oftentimes situations where you meet someone and you end up meeting their representative. You're not meeting the real you. You meet the kind, the charming, the funny side of that individual, the outgoing, the very energetic personality. But that individual, it's like they had another connection. They had something else going on. They had some shit that they was concealing. And to get what it is that they wanted out of that individual, they included them in their life purpose, but they didn't really tell them what their purpose was in their life. When an individual only has the purpose for them to gratify their physical desires, not thinking of the emotional, mental, spiritual well being of that individual. Like, let's be honest. If you're just meeting a person, as far as this hookup card is concerned, if you're just meeting a person and it's just a hookup, you tell this person you don't want a relationship, but you really wearing a mask, you're struggling with some abandonment issues, you end up hooking up with that person and now you want a relationship. But in the beginning, you told them that the purpose for the relationship was just so you and them can hook up. You wanted some casual dating. Just like with another scenario, individuals meet, hook up, get to talking to each other, end up having sex. One person is in a relationship and they haven't let that person who they have hooked up with know. So this person that they've hooked up with then caught feelings, and they're thinking that their purpose in this individual's life is to establish a relationship based upon a sexual connection. But that person is already in a relationship with someone else. So therefore, they were never 100% honest with why they desire to be connected or have a soul tie with that person sexually. Mhm. Now, I do feel as if somebody is going to ask you for assistance with helping them to identify what their life purpose is. Baby, they wearing a fucking mask. They really don't want to know, because even when you tell them and give them advice and guidance, guess what? They're going to ignore the shit. Mhm. And I do feel as if someone is having to do some damage control because they're starting to awaken to their life purpose. Like somebody has just been going through life not caring, doing whatever they wanted to gratify the flesh. And now they're realizing what their true purpose is or who is meant to be in their life. Spirit, clarify hookup and damage control. Now somebody knows what they want. It took them hooking up with another individual, Four of Cups in reverse. It took this person hooking up with another individual for them to realize what it was that they wanted. Now this person has to do some damage control because the individual that they hooked up with, they do like them. They do have feelings. It is a crush, but somebody's feelings are going to end up getting hurt because someone has a soul tie to another person. And this other person, it makes me feel as if this is you. Mm-hmm. Clarify storm warning, spiritual awakening. Four Swords. I feel like y'all gonna hear a good thunderstorm late at night. Ten of Wands. You're gonna hear a really good thunderstorm late at night. It may actually wake you up. Okay, I do feel as if old belief systems are shifting. Now, some of you guys are going to realize when it comes to a relationship why your person wanted to take a break. Within the relationship, this person could have been telling you they was dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. They have a lot of responsibilities. They got a lot on their plate. Granted, with the Ten of Wands, you would. But that person was also wearing a mask with that Ten of Wands. They wasn't telling you the real reason why they ass is stressed. They stressed the fuck out because their ass was lying to you. They ended up hooking up with somebody else, and now they got to do some fucking damage control. Because they got to make shit right with you. They don't really owe that person that they have hooked up with an explanation, but this individual that you're dealing with, they conscious have kicked in and they feel as if they need to be honest about the fact that they were wearing a mask. Now, if somebody is not wanting to be honest about wearing a mask, the truth is going to come out anyways. Everything done in the dark usually comes to the light. And that's going to cause problems. And this person is realizing it causes problems and brings a lot of drama to you. 44. Okay. Okay, I also see a chair being knocked over. Some shit may get a little rowdy this weekend. I also feel as if somebody hooked up with a friend or with the individual that they know is in a relationship, that friend is also going to try to minimize the attraction. Oh, it's no big deal. It was an accident. It's something that just happened. Like we only did it that one time. Like they're trying to minimize that connection, that hookup, to try to make another person feel comfortable. I also feel as if someone's blood pressure is extremely high, even when you are resting. You could end up taking your blood pressure while you're in the bed and it's still running high. That's a confirmation. The spirit is warning you, you got a storm, a brewing, baby, in your life. Mhm. Hmm. Now, I do feel like the reason why someone feels like they need to give you an explanation is because they're not sure how you're going to react to finding out that information. They don't know if you're going to be cool, if you're going to come out the bag on their ass, or if you're going to crash out. Some of y'all, you may take some time to yourself in this Four of Swords energy. You like, shit, look, I need some time for myself. I need to rest. Let me go lay down. Let me go take a fucking nap before I snap. And some of y'all, you're going to end up taking a nap and you may end up waking up more stressed than you feel relaxed. Mm-hmm. And I also feel like that could be how somebody is dealing with their stress. By getting some rest, by closing their eyes, by not doing as much as they normally do. A mask, life purpose. Somebody does not feel as if their hookup was a meaningful life decision. It didn't help them to strive towards their goal. And it definitely didn't give them a sense of direction. Okay, but it does inspire an individual to want to be honest with the person that they love. Now, bottom of the deck, what are you feeling intimidated about? This could be about the amount of time that has been invested in a situation. This could also be the timing of things. And for some of you guys, you are awaiting a specific date and the time is approaching. Now, I do feel as if that situation, it could make you feel somewhat uneasy. Okay. Some of you guys may not be feeling confident about the situation. But that is also because you know it's some other shit that's going on behind the scenes. Clarify life purpose. Some of you guys have been called to make face masks or body masks. That is a part of your life purpose. Empress card in reverse. Taurus Libra energy. You know, I just heard that song, Beautiful. What is that, TLC? But with this Empress in reverse, someone doesn't feel beautiful. Someone doesn't feel attractive, abundant. And somebody also don't feel like they're a good mother, honey. Eight of Cups. Knowing when to leave. Mm-hmm. Yep. And Six of Swords right after that. Knowing when to leave. And when you leave, pay attention to two cards that may be following you. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all could be dealing with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Happy birthday to our Leos. But your Four of Cups is in reverse. The Empress card is in reverse. Okay. Someone may also be extremely stressed. I do feel as if someone's mother, you're noticing a lot of changes within a motherly figure. This could be anything from, like, you know, maybe your mom, her looks are changing. Maybe she's aging. She's not as active as she used to be. And someone's mother is wearing a mask. Mm-hmm. Somebody's mother act like she ain't got kids, honey. I do feel like if someone is a mother, this individual, they are too focused on their shortcomings to be able to nurture their family the way that they desire. And if someone is not a mother at all, that could be something that may be stressing an individual out or causing some worry. The reason why someone chooses not to be a mother, or the reason why someone is not a mother, it is a part of their life purpose. However, an individual is wearing a mask. So this could be a situation where it may not be meant for someone to be a parent. Spirit may have them here in this earthly realm for a specific person, okay, a specific purpose, and not necessarily to be a parent. Someone doesn't have the stressors of being a mother. An individual could even say that, like, you ain't got the stressors of being a parent. You know, you can just do whatever it is that you want to do. The song that's playing is called Hymns Medley. Okay. I do feel as if someone's mother may have had children at a very young age also. It's a confirmation to this message. Taurus and Libra, self-care is going to be important this weekend. Okay. And somebody needs to quit lying and wearing this disguise, because people are becoming aware of the disguise that another person is wearing, whether they want to admit it or not. I also feel as if somebody couldn't miss an individual's funeral. Somebody could be saying, oh, honey, 2 people hooked up after a funeral. Child. This will be a situation like where a widow or the girlfriend or boyfriend of the person that passed away, like they ended up sleeping with someone after the funeral. Child, talk about cold blooded. She say couldn't even wait till your ass was in the fucking ground, honey. Kind of shit. And that, for some of y'all, could even be a secret that's coming out about someone else. Like, damn. Like, they couldn't even wait till the person was in the ground before they ended up fucking around and fucking with a friend or a family member. What you say? Just nasty. Just classless. Ugh. It's giving peasant vibes. All right, boom. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I love you. Bye.